And hello good people of the internet, it is I, Tommy Kelly, and this is Adventures in Woo Woo. And on this episode what we're going to be doing is some more spirit bothering using a new app that I have downloaded. So the last couple of times that I did this, I used an app called Necrophonic, and it was good, and we got some good results, and it certainly sounded like it was saying my name and a couple of other interesting things. But of course, being that it's an app and you can't see under or behind a curtain or under a hood, as to say, you don't really know what the maker of the app put in, and you're hoping that he's trustworthy. He seems to have a good reputation, but I don't know him personally, or I don't really know what programming he has put in, or what kind of words or what kind of audio files he has there. He says that it's just bits of words, phonics, nothing that could actually make, there's no whole words in it, but so that it's just anything you hear is the spirits manipulating these rough audios into some sort of, into words. The only thing is that it sounds like it repeats itself a couple of times in the few times that I have used it, and there's a couple of words definitely that have come out that I go, well, I definitely heard that before. So either the app has got words, or at least phonics that sounds very similar to words, or the guys, the app maker's lying, or I'm being contacted by the same spirits who are saying the same things. Either way, I thought this time what I would do is I would try a completely different app. Now what I have is Echovox, and it's quite a popular app, and it's used in a lot of the ghost hunting type shows. Now I'm using Echovox 2, version 2. There is a version 3 out, but the version 2 is the one that got used mostly in these sort of ghost hunting shows, and seems to be more rated by people for some reason. People on any kind of forums or anything I looked up would go, Echovox 2 is a much better spirit box than Echovox 3. And being that they're not cheap, they're about, they're over €20 anyway. I wasn't buying both of them, so I went with Echovox 2 just to see how it goes. So yeah, so basically what we have here is we have 4 audio banks which we can do at different speeds, and just for the time being I'm just going to put them in the middle, because why not. And we'll do some blending, which basically means it spins through the different things. The echo on this one is different from the echo of Necrophonic in that it will echo your own voice back to you, which I'm going to stay away from for the minute. But let's get into this. One of the other things that I think I might have been missing out on a bit is an initial trying to connect with the spirits or whatever it is. So I will do that before I switch anything on. And so if there's any spirits around me or anyone who would like to contact me, my name is Tommy Kelly, if you're not aware of that, if you're just a spirit just on the loose out and about out in the town and have made your way in my vicinity. These recording equipment and these apps can be used by you. They're quite malleable, they're designed to be malleable and bendable, and you can use them for your own communication to me in whatever way you can. Not really sure how it works, but I'm told by people that it does work. And it seems to work by a lot of YouTubers who I've seen, or TV shows. So if there's anyone who would like to contact me or say something to me or leave a message for me, please use these apps, and don't be put off by the recording equipment. It's all safe and means no harm, and I certainly mean you no harm. So we get into this. Is there someone here? Is there someone here who would like to talk to me?
No. What?
Maybe if you change the speed. So as you can see, it's very different from the Necrophonic app in that it's just kind of spitting out constantly at you different types of words. And that's probably a good thing. It's just kind of less responsive immediately, I suppose, in that you don't really know what to make, because it just sounds like random sounds being spat out at you, which is like essentially it is. So I'm just going to keep messing around with the settings until I get something that I feel might be useful. I would like to contact any spirits that are around me. Is there anyone here who would like to talk to me? Can you say my name? Can you say my full name? So that to me just sounds like nonsense. Like, and I will go back and have a listen to it and see which. So, just to interrupt Tommy in his rant about how nothing had happened, as we can see from when I got a chance to look back over the video footage and really examine the audio, and there is almost appears as if there's a full conversation happening talking about me. But I just want to point out that it's still leading, and I still, all the reservations I'm about to say, that Grumpy Tommy is about to say from the other day, still hold. Because if you look at this particular instance, it says something like, is the pen there? Which seems to fit in with the rest of the conversation. So, is the pen there? Now, you could equally say that he is saying, is the hen there? Which is fun and maybe has some greater occult significance that I'm unaware of or what might come to fruition later. But it could be either way, and that's the problem with the subtitling thing and just leading you or making you feel, or telling you what to think or what to hear. Which is why just listening to an audio version of this first would be probably a much better idea for you to get your own opinion on these things. Now, that conversation is interesting in that it sort of sounds like I turned up and they weren't expecting me, which is not an unheard of phenomenon at all. A lot of people have reported on, say, DMT trips or salvia or any of these type of things, that when they turn up, the people who they meet or the spirits, the entities, whatever, are shocked that and go, oh, he's here, or, oh, look, how did you get here? Or something, as if we've just kind of barged in on their everyday life. But yet they seem familiar enough with who we are that they're not shocked in the way we would be if a phantom came in the room and went, hello. So it's just, there is a precedent for this type of thing. Anyway, back to Grumpy Tommy, who was having a bad week and wasn't really in the mood for any of your woo-woo nonsense. When I switched to the second kind of audio bank section that you can have, which is an A and a B a selection of voices, it's a lot less lower quality and a bit more muffled, and it seems to have a bit more of a kind of a, I don't know, you could probably make more out of it, more sentences out of it, you could, if you wanted to, you could certainly project upon it different words or different sentences, rather than the clear audio where you could just hear that it was bits of words. So if you just try it one more time. Is there something you can tell me that would prove that it's not just random words? So I'm not too sure about this app at all. It probably just needs to mess around with it a bit more, or I'm just not connecting. To be fair, I'm not a particularly possibly receptive spirit. It was a very tough week, and maybe I'm just a bit too protected or a bit too closed at the minute. But what I will do is I'll switch over to the other app, to Necrophonic, and we will see if we can get it working. So we'll go to reverb, go to white noise to start, but that can be a bit annoying, I find, and we'll start. Sounds more spooky straight off the bat. Is there someone here who would like to talk to me through this app? By using this app to manipulate the sound banks into words that I can understand. Is there something you would like to tell me? Can you say my name? Should I continue doing this, or is it just ludicrous? Is it just, am I just wasting my time? Can you give me a message that would make me believe that this is an actual event that's happening? Is there anything you can tell me on why I'm feeling as bad as I am recently? I'm going to say goodbye now, and thank you very much for joining me. Is there anything you would like to say before I go? Okay. Well, goodbye. Yeah, that, like, again, maybe just not being receptive enough, and maybe when I go back through it, I will, come across more pareidolia, or enforce or inflict you with some subtitles of things that I think I've heard. I'll probably cut this down a bit more than I normally would, just because the kind of sections where nothing is happening is a bit boring, I suppose, to watch. But the kind of downside of that is then that it looks like it's probably coming out better than it is, that you just have a series of hits after hits. But I don't know. Right now, I'm feeling that's kind of like that possibly run its course, that it's not really something that not something that's real. And it's, while it's a bit of fun and a bit of crack, as we say it in Ireland, that it doesn't seem to be leading anywhere, unless, of course, when I listen to these tapes, that it does go back, or when I go back and subtitle it, that there's some amazing secret that I've been missing, that I don't hear. Of course, like, people do say that it's not just in the live kind of section of the recording, it's when the spirits also manipulate the recording mechanisms of recording. But we'll see. So anyway, yeah, that's the Necrophonic app and Echovox app. And we'll see if, let me know if you want me to do more of these type of things, or if you have suggestions of maybe different apps or different ideas. I was thinking of doing a Ouija board, but that you really need, more than one person to do it, I assume, for that to actually work. I have tried it before on my own, and it literally did nothing. But let me know if you have any experience with Ouija boards, or what is it possible to do it on your own, or what kind of spirit bothering could I do just on my own, without enlisting anyone else, or inflicting this kind of nonsense, if you would, or this fun on anyone else. So, good people of the internet, until next time, be well.